I think that's a good recap.
I got some
Like I
kids
said,
in the barn right now.
yeah, and
What are we gonna do about it?
for
But yeah, no, I feel like we did okay. Not great, not bad. Okay.
Reese.
Yeah. I think we did all right. I feel like it was probably like a subpar performance, I would say.
Okay.
I mean, off what everyone's expecting for sure.
I would
Yeah.
say like, I would say like we wrestled like 40. I don't know how to put this in words. We did less than average, or how we should have averaged. I guess.
Right.
Yes. I agree, and I've had a little bit of a roller coaster of where my opinion is sat on this whole situation. Uh, after our first four weights wrestled, so Spencer made the finals, Brooks was wrestling for bronze, Dake lost in the semis, and Paris went 0-1. I was in the doldrums. I was in the depths. I was sad. I was a very sad man.
What?
And then what?
The doldrums.
The doldrums.
Who
Isn't
do you
that a
think
thing?
you are?
What is the doldrums?
I don't know. I know there's a Fall Out Boy song about doldrums.
The doldrums is a state or period of inactivity, stagnation, or depression. I was in the doldrums.
He was down there.
And then I kind of pulled myself back up and I said, we have three guys wrestling for medals. This is really good. We're in a good spot right now, you know. And we've got two guys wrestling tomorrow. Zane's gonna have a really tough bracket, but Kyle Snyder's very consistent. So I kind of got myself back into, we're still doing great. We're still, Japan is having the tournament of nation's lifetime. And even though Russia's not there, they still are. There were like 15 guys from Russia representing different countries. So even though Russia was boycotting the Olympics, they were still very present, more present than any other country. And then at the final wrap up, I still kind of thought, we are justified in being upset as a fan base with the performance. We lost a streak that was it had been going on for how long? When was the last time we didn't win
68?
a gold medal? 1968. That sucks. And you know what? Once it was all said and done, I kind of got over it. It's like, okay, whatever. We didn't win a gold medal. We still medaled at 3 weights. Women's freestyle kicked ass. Greco, we can talk about that on a different episode when we have some expertise on it. We're good. We're still in USA's golden era of wrestling that has kind of been kicked off since 2012, roughly. 2011. And while, we didn't win a gold medal at any weight, and you can look at individual performances in individual situations and say, how did that happen? Still overall, this was a good performance from the United States. And I don't think there's any reason to press the panic button and say that there needs to be change in any way. I think it's just keep pressing forward. So that's where I'm at.
Yeah, I'm not calling for change or anything like that, but
yeah,
I mean, yeah, man, you thought we would at least get one gold.
Yeah, you would have thought. I mean, Japan came away with 2 gold and a silver, and then they didn't wrestle in the other 3 weights, or they had.
I guess they had another guy.
Hayato Ishiguro, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he went 1-1. So, and like you can look at Aaron Brooks and say, oh man, if that situation was handled just a little bit differently, he's probably an Olympic champion, right?
Yeah.
You look at how Kyle Dake finished his match against Sabalov, and you think to yourself, man, um, if he wrestled Takatani, with a little bit more offense and a little bit more of staunch defense, maybe that match plays out differently. But it didn't. And still, we're getting, you know, good results. And we've got non-Olympic worlds coming up here where we're going to have top level guys at 61, 70, 79, and 92 kilos. We have that to look forward to. Um, I'm not afraid or worried about the future. I am very impressed with how the rest of the world is following up and leveling the playing field and how the landscape is shifting. I was kind of expecting this stagnant result where Yazdani's the champion and Kyle Snyder gets back on top and all of these things kind of play out the way we would have expected them to already. But things changed, right? I mean, who expected Islam Dudayev to be a bronze medalist or for Kotaro Kiyuka to win the whole bracket, especially with how Amuzad was wrestling? So all of these things, I mean, Ramazanov winning 86 kilos. Nobody had that. Not a single person. Dopamino had that, and that was it. So, yeah.
Who?
The
Dopamino,
the
the bands.
yeah, he's a dopaminio or dopamino athlete, and it's cool to see this, mix up of results. So,
My question
yeah,
is, I'm playing a little bit of devil's advocate here because I don't know what I really believe, but
okay.
do we need to restructure trials so that we're not helping guys that are cutting a lot of weight make the team
Mm,
easier
You
when
need to. Mm.
when the actual tournament does not help guys,
Yeah.
does not
So
favor guys that cut a lot of weight?
the here's yeah. So you got two.
So
You have
shouldn't
two.
our trials reflect that too? I don't know. I'm playing again. I don't know if what I really believe. I like the way our trials are set up right now, but
Yeah. Yeah. You have two ends that are kind of fighting against each other here. One is uh you want the process of making the world team to reflect a performance at Worlds, right?
yeah,
So there's two ways to do that. You can one make the world team and medal at Worlds, and then you have to wrestle at Final X. Okay, you've proven that you've been able to do it before. Just do it again. Weight can get a little tricky because you can balloon up a little bit over that year, but whatever. The other issue is if we do change things to where we don't really do Final X anymore and we don't have this build up process, well, then we don't have much of a production. We don't have much of a way of building up these matchups because we don't know what's going to happen if the entire, World Team Trials process, the entire bracket is played out over a weekend. How do you tell that?
I don't think getting rid of Final X is the answer at all. I mean,
No, no.
what's the turnaround time on weigh-ins versus for competition? They don't weigh in the night before or anything, do they? I can't remember.
Maybe they do. I don't remember. Well, maybe they weigh in the morning of, and then it's an event that goes in the evening, right?
That could be it too.
I think that's what it is.
Should be quicker turnaround time then, or do
I
we
don't
just
know,
do mat side weigh-ins for everything
dude.
at all levels, all styles?
I was also Barry Essa messaged me with um,
Reese likes it.
this concept of they do it in other sports. I think he said they do it in baseball, where you have like a true champions bracket where yeah, or a true double elimination. So the only way for you to win is to be the one person who hasn't lost twice.
Yeah. Yep.
But the one problem with that, because this incentivizes people to wrestle back.
Man, I remember being on a baseball
Cool.
team that used to win tournaments like that all the time. We would lose early and come back through and win the whole darn tournament.
Yeah, that there is like the incentive of even though you lose, you can still make the team, right? So
Mhm.
that incentivizes people to wrestle through, but the match count can get out of hand. So
Yeah, well, I like it. It's an interesting concept.
yeah, um, yeah. So I don't know if there really needs to be any major change or structure or difference in structure moving forward. I wish we had 10 weights.
Here's what I think. The one thing that I would change and learn from or take away from this Olympics is maybe we should participate more in these ranking series events.
Oh,
It's needed.
100%. Yes.
Yeah.
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 I've been
And
saying that though for basically since they've had them around. I've been like, "Yeah, why are we not sending more dudes to these?
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. And
Spencer, instead of going to the Bill Farrell or the Open, choose one and go to a ranking series event instead of going to the other. You know what I mean? Like you didn't need to go to two trials qualifying events. You probably only needed to go to one, and then you could have went to a ranking series.
right. Yeah. And along with that, if you look at the overall wrestling style that, the United States doesn't have a centralized style that they wrestle, but it is different from Europeans. It doesn't really work with what we've got going on right now. You see grounded kind of getting in the way of a lot of the scoring capabilities that we find in positions, especially like our short offense utilization in front headlock is not ideal. I mean, Kyle Snyder had Tazudinov in a front headlock with 5 seconds left, and he didn't go for a head pinch or or a, anything to score from there. It's like,
Dude, he
why aren't
is
we?
not. He has like almost no versatility.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it felt like we were very linear in a lot of our stuff. And if we mix it up, dude, like I'm just thinking about Kyle Dake and the way he wrestled those last 45 seconds. That's if we could harness that, that essence, him alone, a completely different person. But if we could, push that out to other people too, that's just that's what we should see is this dynamic style
Well,
where
do
you're
you who do you think like I feel like Dake was the only one who was like guilty of doing that. Maybe Dake and Snyder. I will say Dake and Snyder, and they're like the two that, in my opinion, truly underperformed, being like the veterans on the team and everything.
yeah.
But like, I feel like outside of those two, like Paris kind of screwed himself by being. He was. I mean, he's linear with
Paris,
the way he attacks, but he attacked too much.
yeah, Paris did the who would do this a lot in college was Colin Moore, is he shot himself into a hole.
Yeah.
And uh you know, first second world or Olympic team, first time at the Olympics. I get it, you're going to make mistakes like that. Just kind of adjust and move forward.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Um
saying. So like him. I mean, yeah, he did like the opposite. I feel like where he's doing too much. Zane, what can you do? What can you do about Zane? Like he ran
no.
into a
Yeah.
buzzsaw, and that was just a bad matchup.
Yeah, and apparently he'd been dealing with concussions prior
Oh,
to
really?
competing. Yes, and it kind of went away, is what I was told, and then uh, during the match and afterwards, it got way worse, and so that was it for him. Um, and yeah,
Should have stepped down. Should have sent Nick Lee.
I
You're
mean,
having.
Nick,
I'm kind of
Nick would have.
serious. Like you're dealing concussions are serious. Concussions are a serious deal, and like if they're that severe, like maybe you shouldn't have went in the first place, and you're already thinking about not going to begin with. It's a struggle of a weight cut for you.
yeah, it's
Send your
hard.
brother. Send your
It
brother.
is. It is so hard to say no to
No, I know.
wrestling at the
I get it.
Olympics.
I get it. I know.
So
I know.
hard. Yeah. And like, yes, Snyder didn't medal. This is the first time he ever hasn't medaled at Worlds. The two guys he lost to, crazy good. Azur Pir is going to be really tough at this weight. Tazudinov is seemingly going to be the man at this weight for who knows how long.
But Snyder, dude, like
Is Snyder
he
gonna
can
move up?
beat those guys. He's
He can.
beaten better guys.
Do
Is
you,
Snyder
do you,
gonna move up?
the problem with this is
Move
something I've
up.
noticed historically with Snyder. One, I don't think there's any way he can move up.
Why? It's a
Let me.
struggle of a
I'll
weight
get to
cut
that.
for him.
I can
Really?
get to that. I can get to that. But but I don't know if you guys have noticed this. He
Time out.
generally,
You
if
know,
he,
there's a story floating around that he almost didn't make weight in 2016, right? Like he was
Who?
actually overweight, and that
Those were
they had to appeal the weigh-in, and he got to wrestle.
those were
He's
his
got a,
Ohio State days. You know, he
He
looked
almost
very.
missed. He
He
almost
was a
missed weight
big
at
boy.
Final X. He almost missed weight at Final X when he was competing for Nittany Lion, Reese.
I didn't know that. Nobody
Yeah.
told me.
Him and Burrows.
I don't think he would do well against Zare. But
No, he's
maybe
not.
I'm
He's
wrong.
barely big. Dude, I mean, Tazadinov looked way bigger than him.
I think if somebody moves up, it's Taz. He's got the frame for it.
All right,
Be
so
huge.
Schneider doesn't move up, but Brooks does
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Well,
mean,
maybe it's Snyder's
Brooks.
time to. Maybe his
move
time
up.
is over.
Maybe he moves up and becomes a new man at heavyweight. He gets
Uh,
stronger.
Here's just the one thing I want to get out about Snyder. If he loses to somebody and his offense, moves towards a more stagnant place against them throughout their matchups, you're not going to see him beat them. And that's a very short list. That's Sadulayev, that's Tazudinov, and I guess maybe Azapira. But
He's been beat
yeah,
a lot in his senior career.
I know. Yeah. But and so like Otakazi is an example of that. But
Mm.
he's always in the wins and losses. He's always found ways to score. But when his offense gets tightened down to where he's only scoring step outs and shot clock points, and he's not able to find takedowns, that just seemingly gets tighter and tighter every single time he wrestles them.
dude, he just does not have the offense that he used to have, and he's his finishes are suffering, in my opinion, and just I don't know. He just
What happened to his low single?
yeah. What happened to dude? He smashed. That's how. Yeah. What's his name? What was his name? Gadisov.
Mm-hmm.
Get us up. Yeah.
He was all over that dude, all over his
Right.
ankles. Now he's getting his ankles snatched up. He's losing 2-1 with a minute and a half, and he's getting shot on. That's not acceptable.
Yeah, I mean, you hear him say that he's ready to go, and he says he feels like he can do this for another 10 years, but I don't know. We'll see. I got belief in him. Maybe he does move up to heavyweight. Maybe we see him there, and he's a different man because maybe the weight cut is really limiting him. Only time will tell. But with heavyweight in mind, the one thing that does suck is that the pound for pound best wrestler in the world right now is on an NFL team. That sucks.
Calling him the pound for pound best wrestler in the world.
Yes.
Is he though?
I think he would have teched his way through this bracket.
No.
Yeah. Yes.
He's not
No.
taking Zare, I feel like, bro. He can't gut him. How is he going to take him down 5 times?
He moves fast. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I haven't ever seen them
I
wrestle.
would have loved to have seen him and Gino part 2. That would have been great.
Dude. All right. If there's somebody that I couldn't be happier for that isn't an American, it is Gino. That was great.
Yeah.
And I was
Hold
scared for
it.
him. I was
Well,
scared
I think
for him
all three
the
of us had
entire
Gino.
time. I went 6 for 6 on the Americans.
No,
I was wrong.
you're the one who went 6 for 6.
Yeah,
Yes.
I definitely didn't. I know I picked Gino.
I picked Gino.
Okay. I couldn't remember if you picked Gino, if you picked Zari.
I picked
Yeah.
Gino over Taha.
I just remember being like, yeah, I'm picking him to get gold this time. And Sammy was like, oh, he's going to complete it. He's going to get all the colors. And I was like, yes, I'm picking it.
And he did.
He almost blew it, but he did it.
He almost blew it, dude.
And his celebration was awesome.
Yeah. His coach, yeah, it was a lot.
He was staring that man dead in the face, too. Hilarious. Zari.
He was staring Zari.
I didn't actually see the match, guys.
Oh.
Dude,
I quit watching after 74.
he hit a wizard kick.
Yeah.
Zari got an underhook and was driving out of bounds, and he hit that wizard kick that Brooks hit on Hidlay at Fargo way back in the day. Got 4 off of that, and then snatched a clean takedown right into some guts. And yeah, he was out of bounds for the last gut, but he had a tech fall, and then they challenged it and overturned it. So he's up by 9, and he kept shooting for some reason. I don't understand why people shoot when they're tired. I don't get it.
Otherwise, he's going to get just pushed out. But, I guess 1 point versus 2 points.
Dude, but he had such a good... He was handling Zare's underhook so well. He was doing it in a very proficient way. I'm like, just keep doing that. Don't dive in on a bad shot. Wait for him to open up too much, and then you can grab the leg. But I
Yeah,
mean,
he got
look,
scared.
I'm not the Olympic champion, so what do I know?
Yeah, what
Yeah,
do
what do you
you know?
know?
Gino, King Gino.
Did you
King
watch
Gino.
Taha and Zare's match? You watched it.
No, that
Heard
one
it.
I didn't watch.
Well, it
You
was
did.
just 2 passivity points, right?
It was 3 passivity points.
Well, yeah. So Zare won with 2.
2-1. But man, Taha, that's like about as good as you see Taha, and he just still couldn't get it done.
And he's
was sad.
done.
He's done. Gino's done. Heavyweight really empties
Gino's
up.
done.
I mean,
Yeah.
he didn't take his shoes off, but I mean, if you want to finish it out with an Olympic gold, right?
Don't you think
Probably.
he's done?
I mean, he's like 29 or 30. He
Yeah,
could
he's
keep
my
going.
age. I'm pretty sure.
He's
He's
not
got-
your age.
he's-
He's like a year older than me, or maybe 2 years older.
Okay.
Gino is
I thought he was at Worlds in 11.
Gino is 30.
Junior Worlds, I mean.
Yeah. I mean,
12.
He was
if
at Junior Worlds in like 2014.
Oh, okay. I thought it was 12.
That was the year he got, or whatever, DQ'd. Or he won it, but then like they disqualified him or something.
So who ended up? Oh, did our guy end up getting gold?
It was Desi.
Kuhn.
It was Desi, I think.
Oh,
Kuhn did beat him though. Kuhn beat him straight up. Actually, I saw on like I think it was Willie's tweet.
okay.
He had Kuhn beating him in like cadets in 11.
So, another guy to say hats off to, Sebastian Rivera.
Yeah,
He did it. That's a doubter silencing performance to me.
this is
I
like
can't believe he beat O'Cheer, dude. O'Cheer smashed Zane Rutherford. So what does that mean? Does that mean Seabass would be our rep if he wrestled for the States still?
I don't know because he does not do well against some of the Americans.
well,
like-
just one really.
Yanni.
I don't think he does well against Nick Lee either, though.
What?
I think he
I think he
gets
gets-
fine against Nick.
They had really good matches in folk style, or the one I don't know. Did they have 2 matches? I think they had
They had 2 Big Tens and NCAAs.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
good matches.
I don't know why, but
And he's
just
gotten
in my mind,
It seems like he's gotten
better.
so much better.
100%, he's gotten better. Yeah,
He almost beat Kyuka.
It should have beat.
Yeah. That's true.
I don't know about should have.
Well, I mean, if Zamalov beat Valiev, then Seabass
No,
should
dude, but here, so if you watch the match, Seabass took 0 shots the whole match. All of his points were scored off Kyuka's shots.
Mm.
So I'm like, really, like, what? Because Kyuka evaded the action. He did
I'm
what
just
so many
saying,
people
they hit-
do.
They hit Valiev twice in like
Yeah, well, that match was
13 seconds.
That was unacceptable.
Something.
Yeah.
And then you got people
Dude.
saying Zamalov is better than Sidikov. I'm like,
No.
no.
Zamalov should not have been
said
in the
that?
finals.
Zamalov shouldn't have been in the finals.
I'm crushed for Musakayev. That was a brutal match.
Yeah, for bronze,
Sucks, but yeah.
I didn't see what happened.
Dude, I think he was winning 12-12 on criteria and gave up a step out with like 3 seconds left. Yeah.
To the
tough.
dude.
To Dudayev.
Udayev.
I didn't know they were doing them all this morning.
Yeah, they
Doing all the matches.
Yeah, I woke up and I'm like, oh, the results. Great.
Yeah, I think it's whatever.
Yeah. There was some people's feathers are getting ruffled by the fact that Kerry McCoy sat in the corner for Darian Cruz.
Who'd you talk to about this? The man?
Well, I think he
Yeah.
Okay.
talked to all 3 of us.
All right.
Okay.
Dumb.
Dumb.
Yeah,
Dumb.
we're all on the same
I agree that
page.
it's dumb.
Yeah,
I agree
we
that
are.
it's dumb. Okay.
We are all, I mean, it's not just all 3 of us are on the same page. Literally everyone in the public is probably on the same page. And you know how I know that? Because everyone saw him in Darian
Right.
Cruz's corner, and no one, and I mean no one, tweeted a darn thing about it because
Yeah.
nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
There was more, and I know why this is the case, but more people were upset about Kevin Jackson being in the corner for Austin Gomez.
That's even
Man.
dumber.
Yeah, and the reason they were upset about that was because well he beat our guy. If he had lost, nobody would have batted an eye. So, I think it's totally fine. But
Who cares? It's not like they're coaching somebody who is not an American.
that would be a different situation.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they're not coaching. They're coaching somebody who's not under the United States flag, but they're still coaching an American. Darian
Plus, it's Puerto
Cruz.
Rico. It's Puerto
Yeah,
Rico.
it's Puerto Rico. We own that. We own that place. It's an American territory. We own it.
It's ours.
So you know what? If our coaches want to coach their guys, even if they haven't ever wrestled in America before, so be it. So be it.
Right.
So be.
Even though that will basically be Team USA adjacent here soon.
Right.
You
what does
guys
that mean
remember
here soon?
Sobe?
I think it's still around, man.
I
The
don't think
drink?
so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Where do you ever see a Sobe water?
I feel like I see him at the
I
gas
don't know.
station every now and then.
Sobe. What happened to Sobe drinks? Really? Maybe it's not a thing anymore. Let me. It had a cultish following, apparently.
I remember seeing them in the vending
I
machines,
think-
all the vending machines, and now they are gone.
PepsiCo has not officially confirmed that Sobe drinks, as of August 2nd, 2024, PepsiCo has not officially confirmed that Sobe drinks has been discontinued. However, some say that Sobe drinks has become harder to find over time. Local availability of Sobe products can also vary.
Yeah. Damn.
So they're phasing it out, is what it sounds like, Reese.
Yeah, pretty much. And they'll just rebrand it.
I don't know if I ever had one in any way.
I had them when they were in these sleek glass-looking bottles. I had
Black.
like this pink one.
Yeah.
I had this
They
yellow
used to be
looking
glass,
one.
and then they switched to plastic, which I think upset people, but it's a weird thing to get upset about.
Well, that's why I stopped drinking them, because I was tired of them trying to put microplastics in my balls.
I hate plastic containers for drinks. Glass and aluminum they just make drinks taste better. It's just a fact.
Dude, a drink in a glass doesn't get better.
Yeah.
Cold
Just
glass
doesn't
of
get better.
water.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at
That's
this.
great.
It's plastic, bro. I don't like it. Not a
Unacceptable.
fan.
It's sleek though,
Here's my
Sleek.
next
and it's cheap,
question.
and it's bad for the environment.
Real bad.
Who do you think is done, and what do you think things look like moving forward for our team, for the United States on the world level?
Okay,
What
who
is
is
the
done?
landscape?
Who's done? Where for us or for everyone?
For the U.S. For the U.S.
Oh, just for the U.S.
Just for the U.S. for now.
I don't think we see Spencer Lee again for a while, if
Yeah,
at all.
I could see that.
I
could
think
definitely
there's
see
also a high chance he doesn't even ever return. Zane done.
that.
He's
Zane's
pretty
done.
much what he said he's done. Dake,
We don't know.
we don't know. I'm gonna guess that he's gonna be done. Here's the deal: if they don't add more weights, I'm gonna guess a lot of these guys are gonna be done.
Brooks, he's moving up.
Brooks moving up. Snyder, obviously he'll come back, and Mason Paris he'll come back.
Yeah.
So 2 up in the air, 1 done for sure.
What about our ladies?
Sarah
Hildebrandt,
Hildebrandt probably done.
done.
Marulis.
Done.
Kayla Miracle, she could stick around. Dom Paris.
She'll come back for 1 more cycle. I think she's
Oh.
got 1 more cycle, but also wouldn't be surprised. No, she didn't get a medal, right? She didn't medal. She'll come back.
No.
Yeah, she's only like 27.
Yeah, she's coming back.
What about Paris? She's older, isn't she?
Dom
Nah,
Paris,
she's younger. She's like,
She's young.
she's
I
got
don't
one.
know.
She's the same age as like Kayla, I thought.
maybe she is. I thought she was like your age, Sammy.
I don't think so. She's 27.
Oh,
Yeah. So they're both of them will come back. I assume Kennedy Blades obviously will come back.
And a meet.
And yeah, well,
Dude, if there's somebody who you can
the future goat, the future greatest wrestler, American wrestler of all time, Emil Loy.
future goat, meet Allure for sure. At least I think.
Reese, how do you
Okay,
feel about
so
that?
well,
Just like
I think
Muhammad.
wait and see how she looks at 76.
No, you're right.
that's true. That's true. I am
It goes
wondering
from
what
68
57.
all the way up to 76.
Yeah, women's
For
weights are
Olympics.
That's
kind of
weird because it
weird
goes from,
setup.
and then it goes from 50 to 53. It doesn't make sense.
It kind of
dude,
makes
and
sense.
like,
That's
it's
how it
tough.
works for men's.
It's tough.
I feel like men's are kind of a little more evenly distributed than that.
Not
There's
between
a
97 and 125.
dude.
Well,
Right.
what about 57 to 65 though?
No, listen to this. Listen to
No,
this.
but
Listen to this.
we're comparing
Listen to this.
heaviest
Jordan
and
Burroughs.
smallest.
Jordan Burroughs put out a tweet about the average weight of a woman between I think ages 20 to 29 or something like that.
Okay.
And the weight was 163 or something like that.
Right.
And the heaviest weight is
167? No.
something
76
like
is
that.
like 76 is like in the 70s almost, right?
Well,
There's
164 is 74, right? Kilos is 164.
No, 74 kilos
Is
is like
160.
165.
Yeah.
no 74 kilos is 162.8.
Oh,
Oh, so 76 kilos would be like 170, 166 ish.
160. What I said.
I'm double checking my math. Yeah, 162.8. Look at me. I still remember my weigh-ins.
You do. It was good because I definitely thought it was heavier than that for some reason. I thought it was 65 almost.
But yeah, that shows that a demographic of women or a group, there's a portion of women that are not able to compete because of that. And so if there's a shifting of the weight classes for women, I could see that for sure.
Why do I shift them? I mean, what's the average male weight is what, like 190 something? Are we going to shift weights closer to that average? No.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you got a point.
When clearly the bulk of the best wrestlers in the world are at 65 kilograms.
Dude. No
Let's be
kidding.
real. These averages are being heavily skewed,
But yeah.
if you know what I mean.
Yes.
Yeah.
When I say
Yeah,
heavily.
I guess what you have to look at is the weight distribution of people who are participating.
The way he delivered heavily there was masterclass, Reese. All right.
Yeah, you got to look at the participation and see where that takes you. So,
Well, why don't you do that for us, Sammy?
I don't have the numbers. If I had the numbers, I'd try. I'm also not. I don't know how to handle that kind of stuff. Anyway,
Anywho,
57 kilos. I think we're in good hands, but also it's just going to be a hard weight class for a lot of the great guys to make.
well, apparently there's a call. There's being a call to shift that weight up.
You could do
Like
59.
59. Yeah, exactly.
You could do 59. That'd be great for a lot of people. 130 ish.
59.
65
People are
is
getting
always going to
bigger.
be just a grinder, just a wood chipper weight class.
What is-
74,
Oh,
65. 74, even if Dake says I'm done, there's a lot of talent in the pipeline. The next generation of Keegan O'Toole, David Carr, Mitchell Mesenbrink, those guys, we're going to be good there. 86 kilos, you got possibly Zahid Valencia, Alex Derringer, Trent Hidley. I mean, these are good guys. We'll find talent at that weight.
Or does Kyle Dake come up to 86 kilograms?
Nah.
Why not?
He was gross at that weight in 2016.
What do you mean he was gross at that weight?
He was gross, man. There's no way that felt good to be
Why?
that big. It just looked like he was, audibly breathing, and it just didn't look like it was a fun weight class for him to be at.
I'm not saying fatten up, bro. He's got 4 years to make the change. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the biggest thing,
if they don't change weight classes or anything like that, like,
right.
Hey, bump up. And Brooks is moving up. Like, the weight's kind of clearing out. You kind of owned the dude who owned the weight class for the longest time. So,
right. I mean, you could.
Owned him.
I think it would be not as much of a struggle, but there would definitely have to be a lot of effort put in to bump up to 86 kilos. You got 4 years to do it, but still.
That might hurt his biological clock. Going up to 86.
I think he might start aging in normal time again.
Oh, jeez.
And then 97 kilos. We're gonna be in good hands. Oh man, Tazudina Brooks. That could be great.
Yeah, dude, this whole Tazadinov pound for pound thing, you can't really argue it, but man, I not feel right to me. Him
Not
being
yet.
number one.
Not
Not yet. That's what I say.
But you can't argue it.
You can't. There's nobody.
Oh, you could, Gino. I mean,
Eh.
but why not? He's been around for the longest time.
Yeah,
He's,
him or
he's more decorated than Taz. Like you could make
him.
the
I would
argument.
say
or Ray Higuchi.
Yeah, Higuchi
Yeah.
would probably be my second or third.
Yeah,
Ray, is
because
he
you
done?
just
Let's look at the landscape internationally now. Ray Higuchi, is he done?
Well, how old is he? What's he like? 28.
he's been around for a little bit.
Ray
I feel like he took that hiatus and then came back.
Ray Higuchi is 28. Reese, look at you.
He's my age.
I don't. Do you want to wrestle for another 4 years, Reese?
I'll wrestle till I'm dead.
Higuchi might be around. So we don't know about Spencer Lee. I don't think we see Stevan Micic at 57 kilos anymore.
No.
Dude, I think the talent is going to get drained out of this weight class just because of the weight class. The people just can't.
Abakarov also, we'll never see him
Gone.
at 57 ever again.
You're gonna see Kurt
Aman,
McHenry at
probably
this weight. Yeah.
So
I guess
I keep thinking Almuzad's gonna bump up eventually. He looks so big.
I don't know if he's ever gonna
65.
choose to fill out.
it's his legs, dude. It's those legs. His legs are giant.
Dude, both of all four of his limbs, his legs and arms are so long. He could fill out and be a great 74 kilo guy. But I don't know. He's finding success at 65 kilos. So
Man, when
it
was the
doesn't look like
last
weight cut
time
is-
there was an Olympic or World Championship where neither Iran or the U.S. had champions?
Well, you'd have to go back 38 years to even
start?
find.
Well,
Well,
more than
48
38
years.
years.
48 years.
48 years.
46 years.
56.
When was it?
56
When was the last time?
years.
Yeah,
Correct.
57.
56. I was trying to figure out what number you guys were trying to trying to remember, and I was like, are they trying to
100 years.
It's funny that you were doing that because we were having a conversation about women's basketball because they haven't lost in
First of all, who's we?
me, Katie, and her friend Megan.
Just making sure you're not talking to the people in your head anymore, Sam.
No,
I don't want to have to send you back to the hospital.
I want to go back. The Frog Man, Froggy.
Got my first kiss there. It was terrible.
But we were talking about women's basketball. They haven't lost at the Olympics since I don't know. They're on like a crazy win streak. It's been like 40 years or something like that. And our friend, she was like, yeah, like that's like 12 years. And I'm like, what year is it? Because it was back in the 80s or something like that. And she's like, well, it's 8 years since 2000. And I'm like, no, you just can't figure. It's fine. Everything's okay.
She said 8 years since 2000.
It was just we had to work through the math.
It gets
Everything's
confusing.
It does not.
What year is it?
It's real easy whenever it falls on an election year and a leap year. They all three of them are all Reese's birthday, presidential election, Olympics. It's
I'm just saying,
I call it the trifecta.
the 70s still feel like they were 30 years ago. You remember the 70s? I do.
I do.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. So yeah, 65 kilos. You're probably going to lose Musakayev, Aliyev. It's kind of it, right?
I think there's going to be a massive shift.
Shift of what?
Well, yeah,
Weights, wrestlers, everything. We're going to see a shift.
Prediction
guys moving
time.
around, guys moving around, different weights, different countries. We're just going to see stuff changing.
What does our LA team look like in freestyle?
Woo! All right, with the current weight classes? With the current.
That's all we can assume.
All right, let's think about this, boys.
57 is
Okay.
tough.
I'm pulling for Spencer Lee at 57. I'm pulling for it.
Well, who else would it be?
Who else would it be? What
You
about
can't.
Marcus
I'm not going to say.
Blaze?
Yeah,
Too
Blaze
big.
maybe if he
Blaze is
stays
going to
tall enough.
be in 4 years. Blaze is going to be 65 kilograms.
Luke Lilladal.
Luke
Maybe.
Lilladal, maybe, but he's also
Maybe.
going to get big, dude.
You don't. Maybe not. He might not get big.
They're
He might not.
lanky. Look at these lanky
They're lanky.
dudes. Jax Forrest? Tell me Jax Forrest
No.
is going to be able that weight.
Jax Forrest is gonna be 74
He
kilos in
needs
4
to
years.
do himself a favor and not be at that weight.
Yeah, please, dude. If he's wrestling for the 57 kilogram spot, I'm upset.
Yeah.
Luke
So I want
Lilladal, maybe, but I also think this might be the last year we see Luke Lilladal at 57 kilograms. So
maybe. I don't know.
Well, hopefully they move the weight up then.
yeah, I do hope they move the weight up. But anyway, I do think it's going to be Spencer Lee.
All right, Spencer Lee.
I want Spencer Lee,
Spencer Lee.
but a lot can change.
65 kilograms. Jesse Mendez.
Dude, it might be.
Might be Jesse Mendez. Or it could be
honestly,
Andrew Lirez.
Nope.
Lira's. I don't know.
Is
No,
Yanni? We're counting Yanni out fully.
Unless the
Yanni-
weight shifts, I don't think it's.
I don't think Yanni will be at 65 kilograms in 4 years.
What do you think he'll be at?
It's not gonna be at 74.
I don't think he'll be at 65 kilograms in 4 years.
I think the bank. I think the thing that we have to bank
In
on.
fact,
for
I think
that
he will be
is-
at 74, and I also think that Vito will be at 65.
I was just gonna mention that. Does Vito go up? He's
Yeah.
not big enough for it,
Why wouldn't he be? He's lanky enough to put the size on.
but he just doesn't.
He's got the frame for it. He could definitely do it.
All right, okay, maybe. So, dude, Jesse Mendez, Vito Rougeau for the 2028 65 kilo spot.
Yeah, I want to change my answer. I'm picking Vito Arujau for 65 kilograms.
That would be crazy.
If he can put the
I would
size
love
on and be a good size 65 kilograms, and I'm talking like 65 is 143, correct? So I'm talking about you walk around at 150, dude. Like it's not a weight cut for you at all. And you just show up and ball out.
Show up and ball out.
Vito Arujau.
Ball so
Yeah,
hard.
I do want people to start picking weight classes where like they're dieting the right way, but the cut is not something that they're is a daunting.
Figure out how to lift to get stronger and not necessarily bigger. There's ways to lift without putting on size that will help you get stronger. 100%.
Get a key boost. Like the
What are you
Saiyans.
talking about?
I don't know
key
what Ryan's
boost?
referring to. Yeah,
Drugs?
I'm talking about. No. Let's move on.
Talking about you talk about when Goku shared his power with Frieza with Ki Boost,
No, I'm talking.
and then he
Talking
tried
about-
and then he tried to use
Close.
that against him. And
I'm
then
talking
he
about
said,
the
"You fool!"
the-
and blasted
who was
him in the face.
who was the Namekian that like would put his
Nail.
hand on your head? No, that would
Oh,
put his hand
Guru.
on your Guru Lahima,
Big Guru.
big Guru. He put his you need to unlock your inner power or whatever. Just need to find out how to do that. 74 kilos. There's a lot to look at here.
I'm thinking Keegan O'Toole for the next cycle.
He could get bigger.
I kind of
Bigger.
like David Carr.
I kind of like Mitch Mesenbrink.
Wow. Look at us.
Look at us.
But so let's think about this. Who do we think does best on the international stage?
Mitchell,
All three of them.
my champion.
What?
Mitchell.
That is not an option. You cannot pick all three of them.
I think all three of them can win a gold. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about.
I guess that is then it's an option then.
I believe that all three of them, if they were,
That's exactly the mentality that's got us in this situation we're in right now.
They can all win gold, so none of them.
my point is that I think they're all right there. Like they all have the capability to do
Yeah.
it.
I
Who's
feel like I would go Keegan Messenbrink Carr for
Wow.
international. That's where
That's
I
right,
would.
Ryan. You're on the bottom of the totem pole.
Really? Why wouldn't Carr be ahead of? Why wouldn't O'Toole be
Carr
at the
did.
bottom?
Carr did just beat both
O'Toole.
of them.
In folk style.
Why is O'Toole's style not better for folk style than it is for freestyle? I don't understand this.
I've seen him. I would say
On
this:
top.
O'Toole has the most impressive tournament, like has the most impressive
Junior.
freestyle tournament
Yeah.
win or whatever.
Beating
He has
Byramov.
the most impressive wins.
Right.
No.
I just don't see him getting to those kind of cradles
But that was like
senior level.
wow. Jamalov just did it.
Yeah, I know. I just don't see Keegan O'Toole doing that, Reese.
That's crazy. If Jamalov can do it, Keegan O'Toole can do it.
I don't know.
I just think Keegan has got I feel like he's got a little bit more of that gamer thing, especially against like guys he's never wrestled before. And I don't know. I feel like his style he's got more versatility than Carr and Messenbrink.
What about Bo Bassett?
At 74?
Yeah.
We probably should
Right?
talk
Isn't he
about him
getting
at
bigger?
65.
No, we
Nah,
should
he's
definitely
gonna
be
be
talking about him at 74.
he's gonna
74?
be
Yes.
struggling to make 74 at this rate.
Dude, I'm serious. Sammy's right.
He might
Not,
be
I
looking
think
at
not
bumping up to
struggling,
86.
struggling is
But
probably he's gonna cap out. He's gonna be perfect size 74 pounder or
He's
Maybe.
6.5 feet
kilogram
tall,
guy in my
rivaling Tazudinov
he's
in a couple
17
years.
already. He is 17 now, and he
He's
might be
dude.
done.
Yeah, without
I
a
think
single hair on his face.
I know.
either.
I think the kid is hitting a late puberty.
Yeah.
I don't know. He kind of looks sort of matured
Look at his
in a
dad. His
way.
dad is huge, dude. Wilhelm is
You
huge.
got a big dad. Well, look at his brother.
Keegan?
Yeah, but Keegan he put size on. Bo
Keegan
was
tiny.
little too, and then he just blew up.
Did
Yeah,
I?
that could be it though.
I don't think you guys know or are gonna
He's
know what I'm talking
probably
about.
honestly going to be a perfect size 70 kilogram guy. He's going to be a tweener, but I
What
hope
did
he is
he?
big enough for
So what
70.
did he wrestle at Fargo or not Fargo? No, never mind. Dumb question.
It's gonna be like 150 something against Zepeda, right?
It is. It will be 150 against Zepeda.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Actually, I don't know if 74 is. We'll see. He might grow. He might not.
In 4 years, he could do it.
He
Right.
could do it.
Absolutely.
He'll probably have to, I guess.
He'll be a 57 pounder in college, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he could.
Could do it.
And he's going to Oklahoma State.
Okay.
Even though he still does have Division II University of Pittsburgh Johnstown still on his list.
Dude, if he went to Pitt Johnstown, what would happen?
Sarbo would cry.
Yeah, but like,
Just kidding.
what would
I'm just
that
kidding,
do
Matt.
to the landscape? How would that shift the landscape?
I don't think it would shift anything.
No, people would just be like, "What?" and then that's
Yeah,
it. That's it.
Yeah, and then they would move on. It'd be the same thing when Joey Davis did it, and
Right.
just torched Division II for 4 years.
Brutal. Okay, 86 kilos. I have no idea. Oh, Storaci. No, he might be MMA. Actually,
Zahid Valencia is going to be the rep, in my opinion.
I
I
agree.
think Bo Nichols coming back.
No,
I think Bo Nichols coming back for one more run.
no.
I think Gabe
David
Dean's
Taylor.
coming back.
You have a better shot at seeing David Taylor than Bo Nickel.
I got a better chance of seeing God than David Taylor wrestling again.
What?
I don't really. You think so?
I think so. I don't think David Taylor competes anymore. I think he
Yeah.
is a head coach at one of the 3 schools where if you are the head coach, you are expected to win national titles.
John Smith did it. Just saying.
John Smith was associate,
No, he was co.
whatever. He wasn't the head coach. He was not.
Yes, he
and
was.
like David Taylor's got this pressure,
coach.
this weight on his shoulders.
He could go around
Hey,
and say, "Head coach John Smith, Oklahoma State Cowboys."
here's all
also
this
training
money.
to win an Olympic gold.
Neither one of
John-
them are going to wrestle. Doesn't even
David
matter.
Taylor, here's all this money. Go make us a national title contender again. Make us win national titles again. He's like, I'll do that and I'll win an Olympic title. If he does both, if he coaches a team to a national title and then wins an Olympic title in the same year, greatest wrestler of all time in America.
Sure,
It won't happen though.
could happen. No one
Zahid
thought.
Valencia.
No one thought Cale Sanderson would come out of retirement. He did it.
It wasn't for
He
the
sure
Olympics.
did.
Yeah, but he did it.
That's probably what it would be, though. He'd probably make a bet or a deal with the team, like, hey, if you guys win a national title this year, I'll go.
That's a great idea.
compete. Yeah,
That's how you do
We
it
should,
right there.
we should get in contact with some of the Okies. Say, hey, we got a proposition for you.
Well, I think David Taylor needs to make the proposition.
How would you like to be a bar and session athlete? JJ McComas.
Oh, jeez.
Cody Merrill. What do you think about this? Zahid Valencia is probably, I don't know. We might see some Parker Keckeisen, maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I could see Parker Keckeisen being a rep.
Or Mirasola.
Now they're going to continue to grow.
And
Or
also,
they don't.
They just wouldn't. I don't think they'd make the team next cycle.
Why?
I just don't. I really think, really, truly, I think it's going to be Zahid's. It'll be Zahid's time.
Oh, I agree. No,
I think you can't count out Alex Dyringer.
No, that's true.
That's
He's going to
what
be
I'll say.
quiet. He's going to be 35, 36.
35. He's a year younger than me.
Can't count him out.
Go on that Dave Schultz run.
He's tough. It's a tough kid. 97 kilos. Isaac Trumbull.
Aaron Brooks. What?
Isaac Trumbull.
Aaron Brooks.
Isaac Trumbull.
You're wrong.
I'm right.
Trumbull, is he going to be big enough or small enough? Is he just going to just...
97 kilos.
Yo.
Aaron Brooks. Heavyweight. Isaac Trumbull.
He really
No, I
needs to
think-
go
Wrong
97.
again.
I think heavyweight is going to be Gable Steveson.
It is. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Gable's going to play 2
But-
years in the NFL. He's going to get cut, and then he's going to be like, you know what? Let's make another run.
Especially with
I'm
the Olympics
back.
in LA. He's like, I'm back. I'm so back. I need more Gable Steveson. Just a little bit more. Just a touch.
Just a touch.
Nothing too much, nothing crazy. Just come back. Do a little dance and then
Make a
That's
little,
Make a little love.
get down tonight. That's all I want.
All right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're good. I think we should be in high spirits as a country, and I think we should look forward to the upcoming events that we have, like Cadet Worlds or U17 Worlds and non-Olympic Worlds. So that's what I say.
I say you're right.
Thank you. We got
And F the haters.
U17 Worlds is going to be August 19th through the 25th. U20 Worlds is going to be September 2nd through 8th. And then non-Olympic Worlds is October 28th through the 31st. Ryan, I like that.
Sorry.
And the U23 Worlds is going to be October 21st through 27th. So we got lots of great wrestling even before the college season starts up, because right after that, November, college season. We're going right into it. So as fans, get your hand off the panic button and enjoy the ride. And if you really want to do something about it, do your part.
This chick
Go.
just went up the stairs, farted, and her fart was so loud it freaked her out. She came back down the stairs.
I think she was just being polite. She didn't want to gas you out, man.
That might be what she was doing.
No. Now she's looking at you like, thank me.
That was for
She's
you.
looking at me like, "Did you hear me fart?" That's what she said.
I'm
Did you hear
embarrassed.
Like, I know I'm disgusting.
All right.
All right.
We good for the day then?
I think that's a good recap.
I got some
Like I
kids
said-
in the barn right now.
Yeah, and
What are we going to do about it?
for
Please edit that out, Reese.
no, that's gonna be the opening clip right there.
Oh my goodness. They're out there. They're ready to train, Reese.
They're trying to scrap.
Well, go put your shoes
Try to
on.
scrap. Yeah, get ready, man.
I'm going to tell you a story, Reese. Actually, you've probably heard this story, but this is how you get guys to not come back unannounced that just want to scrap, right? You go out there and you just work them. That's what Marty did to me one time. I'm out there. I'm at my apartment playing Zelda Breath of the Wild, and this dude knocks on my door, sees that I'm home, knocks on my door, and he's like, "Let's go work out." I was like, "Well, you caught me." So went to the wrestling room, and yeah, I beat him up until he said I'm done, and then he never came back to ask for another workout after that.
Damn. To Marty. That's impressive.
That's very impressive.
What did you do to him?
I mean, it was one of those
Put the hands on him.
kind of like we were just drilling, got into it, like touch shots, then we were finishing, and then just kind of escalated into live. And then I just for like 45 minutes we were going live, and I would not let him have a takedown.
It's the most demeaning thing you could possibly do.
Like at one point, he shot in on me like a deep double, and I fed him the hips, went double unders, pulled him up, redoubled him straight to his back, and that's when he was like, "All right, I'm good."
Damn.
It was the only time I was ever able to break Marty. After that, I never was able to do it ever again. So.
Well, you made him a better wrestler, clearly, that day.
Yeah. Good job, Ryan. Proud of you.
Appreciate it, boys.
And I'm proud of our listeners for listening this deep into the episode.
If you made it this far, yeah, congratulations. If you're
and-
ever wanting to shut a guy down from coming to work out with you, just beat him up
Break
really good. And if he comes back for more, then you just got to give him. You didn't kick his ass hard enough.
Just keep breaking them. Eventually, you'll have a quitter or you'll have a champion. And that's it. Have a good day. All right, goodbye.